Alrighty then, we have True Indeed, VC Realm, God See, Dr. Vinci, Knowledge of Law, Melissa Davis, District 120. Has everybody done the each one teach one? Hit the like button. I need to add on to this all right, 793rd, Claire B1, Shopborn Intelligent. Is everybody doing the each one teach one? Hitting the like button. On the way in. Today we got one is knowledge. And Tricknology in the news. We need everybody to do the each one teach one. Hit the like button. Coming in, calm as normally. The original Mr. 120. Natural Jew. So what's going on with Crump? What's going on with Crump? The last when we left off, we was reporting that there was some developments in the Malcolm X situation. And then the next thing I heard that not so fast. True indeed said, do you know gods with earths that have children and have made for themselves a happy family? Do they teach that? Yeah, I know a lot. What you mean? What you mean? Do they teach that? Does who teach that? L7. I mean, that's what's on our universal flag. Reality. But yeah, that's what's on the universal flag. We mean, uh, does you mean does who teach that? Who's they? Christopher Gooding. You mean uh, if you run into a particular god or earth, why's you what's going on? You mean if you run into a particular god or earth, do they teach what their particular formula is for success in their relationship? The update on the young earth that went missing, from what I know, she's still missing. It's a lot of that's. We gotta ask the God about that. Hopefully, he'll make it on today. The mathematician. You still there, True Indeed? 793rd said, why him? Who you talking about? Crump? I don't know. They said he's the lawyer. He's representing somebody. I don't know what's going on. Who knows why they keep choosing him? West Coast Wise. So True Indeed says deal equality in regards to being successful in those undertakings. Claire B1 said, I'm a female and my son listens to what I expose him to. He tells me, Mom, turn Darkim on YouTube. All right. Peace to the young guy. The guy I be. But I'm saying, you saying in terms of, you know, so True Indeed, that's what I'm saying. You saying, uh, is there brothers that like give classes on what is the particular formula that he used to be successful in his relationships? Because I'm saying that's not necessarily going to be the same thing where you could say across the board. Yeah, I'm a big time YouTuber. I'm big time YouTuber now, West Coast wise. What you said, a lot will manifest here? Got what number you check in on. But yeah, that's gonna be different with you know what I'm saying? It's not like one set male or one set female. You know what I'm saying? Where you could say, just like with teaching, you know what I'm saying? It's not really one set way where you can say, yo, all right, look, all you gotta do is go up to the person and say this right here. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of different things, you know, in terms of the particular challenges that you face being a 5%, in a relationship as opposed to, being Christian in a relationship or Buddhist in a relationship. That's particular things that you might share in common with other couples, but you know, West Coast Wise said, did you peep the video of Allah during the interview? Yeah, I saw it. True indeed. Said you don't know, so you don't know many brothers with successful um I mean, it depends in what circles that you're traveling in. You know, it's in the nation in general, we have family events. You know what I mean? So for instance, if you come to the show and prove and you spend most of your time, like in the cafeteria or the auditorium or the gym with the kids, then you will see their parents interacting with them too. You know what I'm saying? But if you come to the show and prove and you know you spend a lot of your time in the projects, then you're gonna be meeting people that uh, you know, just probably not on the high on their list of priorities. The God I be said, I see L7 mention what we teach. What is the origin of that lesson? Because I heard some say they don't bear mind to it. What we teach. Um, that's a good question. What the origin of it is. When I first started seeing it, it was in the back of the paper. I'm pretty sure that's the first place I seen it. Um, in terms of, yeah, like it's not something that, to my knowledge, is not something that goes back to the '60s and that like that. Allah will manifest. Say you need to build with some guys in your area. I mean, that shouldn't be too hard. What's difficult? What's difficult about that? So Clubby one. So this is a shout out to Omar out there. Peace to the young guy. Make sure you do good in school. Don't leave that part out. No misbehaving. So True Indeed said in the teaching of it, relationship building, sun, moon, and star, man, woman, and child. I mean, you know, uh, this is just a particular set of principles that you upholding. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not really, uh, it's not really, you know, the different trials and tribulations that you see that's going on between man and woman. It's not like a unique situation to the 5% or a unique situation to black people or a unique situation to white people. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it's the same type of pressures, for every relationship. You know what I'm saying? Just like listen, when Elijah Muhammad first manifest what was MGT and GCC, right? He manifests that into a different world. See, that's that's 1933 America. That's almost 100 years now. So how people absorb it, how people react to it, and everything. All of these is that's the world we live in. That's a part of Allah coming in His own good time. Is that whatever is the reality with that time, that's the things that you gotta adapt to. So only thing I can tell you is, uh, in terms of building about this, you know, your word gotta be bond, and I don't mean in the sense of like swear to God and hope to die if you ever tell a lie type of word is bond. You know what I'm saying? I mean word is bond as in, you gotta be uh living out the science, of who you say you are. So you can't be, you can't be 85% some of the time. See, because you know, see, you know, which it kind of happens on, but kind of happens with everybody that you come in tune with. But see, just like people look for the weak link in a group of people look for the weak link in one person too. Like if you get hungry enough, you know what I'm saying, will you eat pig? Will you show and prove in all situations that mind power is God power? Or in some things, where you fall victim to six. But that's just in terms of being respected for who you say you are. You know what I'm saying? Is, always keeping in mind that one is knowledge. See, that's the science. We go through all of this different high science. That's because that's a very good question that you asked right there, true indeed. Because we could we could learn all this different stuff, right? We learn all this different high-powered information, you know, about how deep the ocean is and how high is a cloud without getting to the nitty-gritty of what this knowledge is about. You know what I'm saying? And that type of building, what you're talking about, that's what the knowledge is really about. You know, we even lose track. That's why I said, when you can lose track if you get to the point where you forget and I see one is knowledge. No matter how, far you go and all of the things, you know, uh, but uh, you know, one of the things that people have a hard time understanding right now about the knowledge, right, is that the knowledge, it came to turn us as boys, into men, as young men into men. When you get the knowledge and you already a grown man, some of that part might be lost on you. That some of these things, these is basic things. So see, like you saying, dealing with someone, a star, man, woman, and child, all of that, you know, this is situations where we coming from. Remember, a lot of us was coming from, broken homes, being latchkey children, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, we needed to be told the obvious, what might be obvious to other people. So, that's why a lot of times, we don't have, all the different scholarship, you read, you study this, great individuals. I'm not taking that away from them. You know what I'm saying? But you study the other people and they got 1,000 books on 5,000 topics. And power to that. That's needed. But that's one of the reasons why we don't have all of that. Because this was just about taking the pins out of our head so that, we could do good for ourselves right here in the wilderness of North America. And catch back up here. See, Don Bishop came in, FDJ Beats, Divine Truth. Right, West Coast wise, so that's why we fast. Take those weak situations out of our square because having 8 and 12 hours doesn't mean anything to me. I went 80 hours without food. You know, exactly. That's the science of master and equality. I got something here to show y'all though. Now that we got it looks like most of the we got most of the what did I miss crew in here about Tricknology in the news. I know what y'all was thinking. All right, peace to the young guy Amir. What's going on? How you doing in school, young guy? They'll get you back in there. They'll get you back in there next year, I guess, Scott. Greatest story never told. Is that? Yeah, I don't think that's accurate. If it's what I'm thinking it is, that's from Beloved, right? Yeah, nah, I think that got some stuff in there. That got some stuff in there you don't want to repeat. That's a whole other long story. But yeah, I'm familiar. I'm familiar with it. I'm familiar with that degree. But yeah, I got something here for y'all. Right. This is because y'all know, yeah, technology equals propaganda. That part too. But everybody here knows, everybody that's been on here for a period of time knows that Elijah Muhammad is a friend to the room. We like Fard too, but we really like Elijah. We like Elijah. You know, and, you have a lot of people that they take time out of their day. They take time out of their day to speak down on my brother Elijah. So I have something here. I have something here once again. My brother Elijah has been vindicated. And it's coming down to how y'all like me now. How y'all like me now? California Democrats plan to use political technology. Hold on, let me bring that back. Let me see. Can I blow this up? See, I don't know how to. I don't know how to do this. California Democrats. This is a story. This is PJ Media right here from Victoria Taft, February 23rd, 2021. That's where the story is from. Victoria Taft and PJ Media. California Democrats are so concerned the campaign to oust Governor Gavin Newsom may work that they are going straight to the political Tricknology playbook we saw in the November election and scheming to defeat the recall by nearly any means necessary. The Sacramento Bee reports there are several ways they're considering putting a monkey wrench into the works. How about that? How y'all like my brother Elijah now? Well, they didn't disappointed a whole lot of cats now. Can't say Tricknology is just a word we made. You can't just say that no more. You can't just say that Tricknology is a word we made up. Did anyone? Listen, man. Now I think that's Elijah. That's Elijah. I think that's Elijah for them. Nothing. I keep telling people, man, y'all don't want that type of smoke, man, from Elijah. You only think y'all do. SW said, "What's with all the NOI slander lately, anyway?" Yeah, I don't know. I can't even really. I think it's two things. You know what I'm saying? I think just amongst this, like this pseudo stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'll bring that back in a minute. But with this whole pseudo stuff and trying to prove that they right and everybody else is wrong. And I think another thing is this being at least to me, maybe I'm out the loop, maybe it's just the circles that I travel in, but it appears to be like a resurgence in just Malcolm X right now, you know what I'm saying, in terms of just popular culture or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you hearing a lot more about Malcolm X. And so I think, as soon as a person hears that, there was some type of conflict between Malcolm X and the NOI, then it kind of it sparks that type of reaction. Can't call it though. Why would anybody? How could anybody not like Elijah? I can't figure that one out. Elijah's definitely a friend to the Random Jewels channel. The big bro almighty. By the way, if you wanna ride next to Elijah, on the mothership, hit the cash out. It's above first class. It's profit class. True indeed said, do you think it's now necessary to unify the lessons, degrees, plus lessons, and such literature that is being used to teach our culture, i.e., the bomb, mystery of the seventh seal, Asiatic calendar? We are not a gang, Master W. Muhammad, lessons from the large book of life, etc. I mean, is is it not unified now? I don't understand. You mean organize it into a particular syllabus? You know, like I said, like I was just saying, you got to remember, you know, we grown people, but this knowledge is for children. To see all of that, a lot of that stuff, you know, people always, how you get the kids to because we allow them to come to their own understanding. See all that other stuff over time, right? In the midst of us showing and proving what we dealing with, we come across just points in time where we realize that we got to increase our knowledge. And then you got those different lessons right there that different brothers, they've studied a certain thing and then they distill that knowledge down onto a piece of paper where a person can see that. But those things is just to introduce you to certain sciences. What we teach people, man, is the basic order of the universe. Supreme mathematics communicated through supreme alphabet. But with all that other stuff, that's not what that stuff is for. District 120 said, I seen young Pharaoh still going hard at the NOI. You know what's wild? I seen young Pharaoh on the news. Shout out to young Pharaoh. I seen young Pharaoh on the news. He got banned. Like the Republicans was having some kind of convention. The Conservative Party was having some type of convention, and young Pharaoh was going to be a speaker there until they found out his views on Judaism. And so then he got disinvited. SW said they've been hating on Malcolm heavy in the past month. Did they? I don't know. I kind of missed the Black History Month. I didn't get a chance, which wasn't until the dude came out and said he wanted to cancel Black History Month that I really saw, next year I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna have some people, some historical events to talk about. But yeah, I didn't even get into it, but I just saw it's like just a resurgence in the interest about Malcolm. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times these things, they come from these different movies or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got the the different reparations movements and things of that nature. So, anybody who ever asked for reparations or, spoke on reparations in the past, their names is going to be coming up. So, to me, at least, from somebody who, for me, it's common to be talking about Malcolm or Marcus Garvey, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? But just the amount that I hear they names just, in casual moving around mainstream society appears to be a little bit more to me. Rob Bowen, what's the deal? Rob Bowen, what happened? I seen Rob Bowen. Rob Bowen had I don't know what happened. I was watching Rob Bowen. They said they did the last video on New Black Knowledge. Yeah, see, West Coast wise, I'm trying to give y'all a break. I'm trying not to rub it in about the Knicks right now. I don't want to rub it in. I don't want to say to everyone that look, y'all was wrong and I was right. It would pain me to do that. So I don't even bring up the Knicks to y'all right now. I don't want to have to. It would hurt me deep down inside to just have to admit that yeah, I was wrong and I was right. So I just leave the Knicks out. She said the two chapters, True Indeed said the two chapters in the message to the black man, they enlighten the science of our flag to be consistent and uniform, remove discrepancies in order to remove confusion. I mean, listen, man, you're supposed to be learning the supreme mathematics and the supreme alphabet. Then you get 120 lessons on CAP so that you can learn how to use your supreme mathematics and your supreme alphabet. See, like me and the guy was just speaking, and the guy was building on how, when you dealing with the lessons, you dealing with certain, mental and emotional principles, right? And the interaction of those mental and emotional principles so that you could draw out certain lessons, right, out of whatever it is that you're reading. See, 120 lessons, all that other stuff that you named, right? That's either to introduce you to who you are, right? Or so that you can exercise how you use mathematics. But see, once you have practiced how to use the mathematics, right, you could break down anything. You could break down animal farm, and you can see all the different layers of knowledge and wisdom that's in there for you to draw up an understanding. Or like I always say, we got a brother, Dumar YD, who can break down the three little pigs in a way that Sean proved the black man is God. Dead ass guy. We used to come to the rally, and the brother, he's the three little pigs, Little Red Riding Hood. You know what I'm saying? There's another one too. But when he tell it, you know how you get to the end of these stories and there's always some moral or some lesson that's there. The lesson that be there when he complete telling it is that the black man is God. So see, a lot of times, that's where the confusion comes in at, is in people trying to make all these different stuff uh our doctrine or our hadith when it's not. True indeed said, getting rid of my listeners' degrees are different from yours. I'm having difficulty seeing that as peace. It can be confusing to those looking to gain knowledge. Which way do I go? Who's all right? Yeah, who's I mean, you got a point there, but uh, there's a certain set of known and accepted lessons. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for that super chat right there. What is that super chat? Who's that? Melissa Davis? Always appreciate it. Yeah, Melissa Davis. The Mayor's Man book. I had it. I don't know what I did with it though. I know I had some copies of that chapter of the chapter of Man Called Allah. But I'm saying, true indeed, who you getting who you got the lessons from, true indeed? All right, Don Bishop put a super chat too. Good looking on that, Don Bishop. Listen, West Coast wise. This, like I said, I'm not gonna rub it in. I'm not gonna rub it in about what's going on with the Knicks right now. I'm gonna let y'all live. Oh, this smell good. It's all right. But still though, who damn the mayor's man is in the hundreds now of dollars? Hey man, get a street sign. Get a street sign. That's how things go. Liz, yeah, but I can tell you right now though, smell goods. Who you got your lessons from? See, because that's where a lot of this stuff comes from. Is that it's like I said, once upon a time, all the people we saying like, all right, these are the 5 percenters right here. They all from right around here. So even if a person had lessons, right, and he had a different set than you had, you knew all the sets that was in the area. All right. You, so you're saying it's things that we should agree on. Yeah, it's things we got to agree on. But in terms of making all of that the syllabus, we can't really do that. Because you gotta remember, the people that we reaching out to, right? The babies, their attention spans is not like that. See, we can show and prove what we can show and prove to them within the limitation of time that their attention span is going to allow. And then it's your job as a good teacher, right, to pique their interest in that small period of time to make them say, I think I want to spend more time dealing with this. So that now the excitement in learning becomes their own. So I think the only person I don't know on this list his true self, or at least I don't know him by just off top by his name. But I'm saying, yeah, if you got your lessons like that, then they right. See, because most of these people on this list, I didn't build on 120 with them. Oh, the one that I can't place true self. Would I say that the lessons is mixed, diluted, and tampered with, being that they different? No, not my lessons. Maybe yours might be mixed, diluted, and tampered with. King Me came in. King Me said there are different interpretations of the Quran as well. Um, well, the order came later. Getting the lessons in a particular order that came later. He said you was building with a guy down south, Lord Knowledge a lot, and he said that the lessons. He said that his lessons might be mixed, diluted, and tampered with though. I don't know the brother, so I can't say what's going on with his lessons. I'm telling you, my lessons is not mixed, diluted, or tampered with. No, white people is not physically dead. Oh, that win out there ain't no joke. Did everybody, hold on. Let's go back and share the screen for the new people. I don't know. I don't know if anybody new came in, but we're gonna put this up one more time. California Democrats plan to use political tricknology to save Governor Gavin Newsom from recall. This is on PJ Media, a story by Victoria Taft. And she uses the term political tricknology. Score another one for Elijah. Yeah, that's true. You gotta ask questions about anything and everything in order to show and prove it, really. Born with the signs. Born says some people got their lessons served from the milk to the meat. Others got it in the order prescribed. The rule of Islam at the top of the 1 to 10 will tell you what the next lesson is. Yeah, the firstborn in Mecca got, well, mostly everybody got their physical degree first. Like whatever it was your age, you got that degree in the 1 to 40. And Steve said, I told you I've been hearing the language being used all over the place. I mean, to me, that's crazy, man. The God Abi said Elijah gave us a common origin story to unify our people under one banner. True D said my question earlier about making the earth is in regards to my relationship to the universe, not searching for a baby mama. I mean, for the most part, uh, she already got to be 24, 8, 9, 6. That's still a factor. You know what I'm saying? The same way, uh, you can try to uh, turn the potential in a brother into kinetic. You know what I'm saying? And in reality, uh, you know, that potential is not there because no matter how much you spark it, right, it never goes into kinetic. Most they could go into is a state where as long as you're around and spark them every day, then they can move around on that spark until tomorrow. But as soon as they get somewhere where they on their own, they go right back into frozen. So it's the same thing, you know, you can try to till the land, all you want. But you're not gonna be able to get it to 25,000 if it wasn't 24,896 from the jump. Bishop says, so my question wasn't if your 120 was right and exact, but is that knowledge being given out right and exact, or has it been mixed up with supreme wisdom lessons? Hence the Muslim God teachings. Nah. See, like I said, man, 120 lessons is there for you to for you to uh for you to practice how to use your supreme mathematics. Do you get introduced to some knowledge? Yeah, depending upon what kind of background you already had. Like I'm sure, as you study 120 lessons, everything in there wasn't brand new to you. There was numbers that you knew existed. At least, you might not have known what the exact square mileage of this or that was, but you knew that existed. So there's things in 120 that, maybe you don't know. You get introduced to that. But 120 it's not our scriptures. It's not something, where we walk around, living word for word like 120 lessons, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the Bible or something. So, some people, I suppose, you can't speak for everybody. Some people they might have got their lessons mixed up with they might have got their lessons mixed up with the supreme wisdom. But see, that's the importance of being able to trace your history back to Allah. That's why I said, yeah, other people out there, their lessons could have got mixed up with somebody. I don't know about their lessons. But when you get your lessons right, and you going through the lessons, for whatever reason, and you build with a brother who he walked with a lot, and when he hear you build on it, everything is right and exact. I mean, how much could it have changed? If you build on them with a person who was here in the first days, and y'all agree, then we see that's the thing that comes with, like I said, it's not just for us. Like when I say, look, man, a person can't really just be God on the internet. You know what I'm saying? You got to go walk with brothers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's for me because I just like to know who everybody is. But the real beneficiary of that is you as a person, where you know that, yo, I've walked with these individuals or these people right here. You know what I'm saying? I've walked with the firstborn from over there. I walked with the firstborn from over there. I've walked with the firstborn from over there. I've walked with the firstborn from over there. And everywhere where I went, I built in science and mathematics. You know, there was agreement. Yeah, I agree with you right here, Smuggers. You make a good point. And this is why you gotta listen, know what you're doing. I'm saying all of us as teachers, right? We gotta know what we're doing. Cause you right here. Where you said ain't nobody scared of some cats that got it wrong, they will stand to be corrected. Now when it's given wrong, it's like they are set up. Yeah. Don't set nobody up to go around the 5% talking crazy. Don't set a person up that way. Why would you do that? They see, I know the 5%. I'm not gonna send you around the 5% talk crazy. But if you doing a half-ass job in your teaching, then what else supposed to happen? Shaquem just came in. Reality said 120 degrees may be distorted by shallow criticism or by careless students, and its content may be temporarily abused and misrepresented. But the science of 120 is right and exact and always demonstrated. Yeah, and another, you put careless students, you know what I'm saying? Um, to be a little more specific with that part of it, where you say careless students, um, you know, the the backgrounds that we coming from when we come into the knowledge, right? There's no like where they took the brothers to the Caribbean for a period of time from 1555 to 1620 before they brought them to Jamestown. See, there's no period of time like that going on. Like now with the 5%, and you go from, you know, you go from eating, bacon for breakfast, ham and cheese for lunch, and pork chops for dinner to, you know, Almighty God Allah. you, you go you go straight from there to there, in a matter of days. Like to the people around you, they don't even know when you had time to do that. But now all of a sudden you telling them, nah, that ain't my name no more. So what I said all that to say is that, we coming from that to that in every on every level. So on that mental level, you know what I'm saying? We coming out the religious mindsets that we was raised in, for most of us, Christianity, right? And so we start looking at these degrees and we start looking at the science a lot of times with that same religiosity, when we first coming into the knowledge. And so, see, you got different people who, those are the 5% that they experience. Like a lot of people, you run into them now, right? They haven't experienced any 5% since high school. So they got a certain particular experience with brothers that, like I said, you use Johnny Neckbone, to Almighty God Allah, right? And you didn't understand your power, at least not yet. So this is another reason why, some people get a misconception about what 120 lessons is. Because see, you can take yourself out of the religion, but you still got to take the religion out of yourself, before you could really see reality. You know what I'm saying? Like I could take the blinders off you. I could take the wool. I could take the wool from over your eyes, but then you still got to be able to see too. What if I pull the wool off and you still blind? See, that's what happens if you take the person out of the religion, but you don't take the religion out of them. They'll go into the next thing and just be the blind, deaf, and dumb over there. Serious mathematics. It's this you say here, reality. So often we go to sources outside of where the knowledge came from for understanding of the knowledge. Um, I mean, that's not really, that's for uh, understanding on, a lot of topics. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that some things is just things that we curious about. Some things is about the details, on how a particular principle, like when you say things go from knowledge to born, right? And that applies to everything in life, you know, that's not the particular details of how what and how it applies in each particular situation that you in, each different cipher that you in. So all these is other things that we study, you know what I'm saying? But that's not really to understand the knowledge. You know, those are different ways that we can apply the knowledge. True indeed. Ask the question here, is there a number of students we teach or having taught a number of students is sufficient? Well, you're supposed to teach at least 10. Like when depending on what cipher you in, some ciphers say at least 9, other ciphers say you gotta teach at least 10. I got my 10 in. You know, in terms of stopping, you know, uh, I don't want to, me. I don't like talking bad about my brothers and sisters, but you know, in terms of there being a point where you can stop, I suppose if you bitch ass, I suppose if you bitch ass, then yeah, you can go ahead and stop. Me personally, nah, I don't really know how to do that. Pretty tall order right there, I think. Lamel forever said, I thought you taught everyone that you come in contact with. I mean, some people know what I know. Sometimes, sometimes I go around some people and learn. I'm 7%. Everybody don't want to be taught, so you just gotta learn it. I mean, everybody don't want to hear you talking. You know what I'm saying? But see, like Lamel Forever is saying right here, is that, just the science of you being God, the science of you being yourself, and people seeing the difference between going through equality and mastering equality. Sometimes that's the issue right there. brother ain't showing and proving the master of equality. You going through all the same equality everybody else is. You know, you dealing with death, hell, and destruction like everybody else. So then you have a hard time. You have a hard time teaching. But just in general, as you going through doing things, and people seeing that this person, sometimes we do things, we go, 4, 6, 1, 8, 9, this guy, how come you always do one first? What's that about? You know, and people will observe, people could observe that, you know, but some that same person, they might not want to hear you tell them that, yo, this is what you doing, what you saying is wrong, right? And this is the right way right here. What's this? The law will manifest. What's going on? What's going on? The law will manifest. What degrees you on now? You gotta remain focused. Yeah, Allah will manifest it. I don't know if you want to go down that rabbit hole. I, I don't know if you want to go down that rabbit hole, Lamel. He's still on the equality degree. So that's the equality degree in the 1 to 10. Is that? God save the divine. He got some psychology up here. Now wait, before you go there, love will manifest. You want an equality degree in what lesson? In the knowledge free cipher? That's a big. Is wise you in the room? That's kind of a big. That's a rather that's a rather large chunk of lessons since the last time. You sure about that? I mean, it is the quarantine. Maybe you know if that's the speed that you studying it, that's the speed you studying. Last time he was under 1 to 10. Yeah, why'd you what degrees the law will manifest was on? He's in 1 to 10. Yeah, 7, that's what I recall. See, a law will manifest. That's what happens with that too, man. That's what happens with that. You saying you studying your lessons, but then you getting caught up in this other stuff. See, that's what I mean when I say, man, you know, don't get caught up in, this whole set of facts right here, right? But then, you can't activate in society. If you got all this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you talk about all this freedom, justice, and equality. Like, can you balance that out with the rest? So whatever you're not doing that caused you to have to do whatever you had to do to cause you to get in trouble with the law, but you said you on that. You said you on the equality degree in the 140 though. Let me send you the link. Send it's link. It's link time. Allah will manifest. Hit the link. Hit the link right there. Allah will manifest. Everybody be waiting on Allah will manifest and hit the link. Seven, you cut it out, man. What happened? Did something change? Why all of a sudden now people got to download? Ah, man. Smell good. This is a tough question right here. I think this is a Wednesday question. You know, this is a Hotep channel. Whew. Smell good. That's some heat right there. But I would actually, the short answer, smell good is no. So we have to get to that's like a Friday night light question right there. We still waiting on Allah will manifest to. I guess he got a download. Did something change? I could have sworn before people used to just be able to come on. Now all of a sudden you got to download. Universal Allah. SW with no Passaic. No Passaic County. Okay, now we got Allah will manifest. Has stepped inside the room. Allah will manifest. You there? Looks like you gotta turn your mic on. Oh man, I was ducking that one. Smell goods. You caught up to me. You got it. All right, now I can hear you. So
Praise God.
what's the deal?
Yeah, hear me? All right.
So you on the 140? You on the equality degree and the
I'm still on the power degree. I ain't even touched the equality degree yet. I'm still on like I just finished up the power degree really. So I'm just getting to my equality degree.
You just finished up the power degree.
So indeed.
All right, so how you see the culture degree in the 140?
I see the coach's degree in 140. Basing that on information that I received, if you bring forth the total square mileage of land and the total square mileage of water, you will get 196,940,000 square miles, which is also the power degree in the knowledge cipher. The culture degree and the knowledge free cipher would be the same thing as the power degree in the knowledge cipher, which would be what is the total square miles of the planet Earth, being 196,940,000 square miles. Like I said, God, I didn't really get into the calculations of it, but I can see that being, because that's what the majority of what we live on, land and water. So that being our total square mileage is kind of, until I do the mathematics of it.
And how you see today's degree in the 1 to 14?
How I see today's degree in the 1 to 14 being a knowledge degree, being wise and devil set on the best part of planet Earth. That's basically because the original black man is God, the owner of the planet Earth. Know every square inch of it. Chose for himself the best part. Knowing the devil is 100% weak and wicked, so he put him in the worst part, kept the best part reserved for himself ever since he made it. And the best part being in Arabia at the holy city of Mecca. The colored man and the Caucasian, all the Caucasian man is the devil. So basically, that's just basically saying, God, that's why the devil is not settled on the best part of planet Earth, because the original black man is God and owner of the planet Earth, and know every square inch of it, dealing with that 196,940,000 square miles of land, dealing with that water too, dealing with hills, mountains, as you know what I'm saying, elevate, God.
Wait, all right, slow down, right, and quote the degree one more time, because you left some things out.
Why is the devil settled on the best part of planet Earth? Because the earth belongs to the original man, and knows the devil was weak and wicked. And then when he be in peace amongst us, so he put him in the worst part and get the best part reserved for himself. The best part is in Arabia at the holy city of Mecca. The colored man, the Caucasian man is the devil. Arabia's in the far east and is bordered by the Indian Ocean in the south.
All right, that's how you caught one of the things, but you still
Good.
left out ever since he made it. You know what I'm talking?
Yeah.
So he put them on the worst part and kept the best part preserved for himself ever
On the
since he made it.
best parts in the radio. My bad, God. You're absolutely right. That's from me trying to quote it fast.
Yeah, that's why I said slow down.
You're right, God.
All right, now look, what's the power degree in the 1 to 14?
Power degree. Um, why we take Jerusalem from the devil? How long ago? Because one of our righteous brothers who was a prophet by the name of Jesus was buried there. And they used his name to shit a dirty religion, which is called Christianity. Wait, and they used his name to shit a dirty religion, which is called Christianity. Jesus' teachings were not Christianity, but freedom, justice, equality. Jerusalem is the name. Jerusalem is the name given by the Jews, which means founding in peace. The city was built by the original man who were called Jeebus, Sabian, and Ariel. We took the city from the devil around 700 or about 750 years ago.
You see, you did the same thing that time.
What?
You left out and also to deceive the people so that they would believe in him. But
One of our righteous brothers who was a prophet by the name of Jesus was buried there, and they used his name to shield a dirty religion also,
which is called Christianity.
which is called Christianity,
Mhm.
to teach the people.
And also to deceive the people so that they would believe in him.
You know, it's there, God.
Yeah. Look, you doing much better, right? But
Appreciate it.
look, you gotta practice saying it.
You know what it is, God? The God Saladim. I never forget the God, right? The God always taught me, he was like, yo, God, say your mathematics out loud. But when I be saying it out loud, God, because of disturbances and shit. So, you know what I mean? That's like how I really get it. Like, you know what I mean? Through communication, even with self, you know? But
Well,
that sometimes causes, you know.
out of all the disturbances that you can cause, right? That's the one that you want to cause.
Exactly.
But you gotta just make sure you practice saying it.
Exactly. See, God, like that's the own drama within myself too, God. Like, because I used to like before, you know what I mean? Like I used to study my math because yo, the gods was on me. Like, so I had my own little way and I kind of incorporated it. So it's certain degrees that like God never left me. Like, for instance, the build degree, you know what I'm saying? And the knowledge free cipher. Like I know that degree, that degree never left me. And it's other degrees that, you know what I'm saying, that I never forgot. You know what I'm saying? Even if I know 3/4 or even, you know what I mean, most of it. Like I never forgot these certain degrees, God, which always kept me in tune with my reality. You know, so that's maybe because I sit back and I'm like, damn, son, why ain't, you know what I'm saying? Why not? Because I'm still going through my own little conflict, God, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Everything is in order. How the God's building on it from knowledge to born. But like I said, I've still known degrees. You know what I'm saying? All this time, even when I didn't have my book, all I had to do was be like kind of refreshed. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of there, but certain degrees I never forgot, God. So this is why, like, I be building, and I may take it, you know what I mean, somewhere where the guards be like, nah, God, you ain't supposed to be on there. But in my mind, I already like kind of know that degree, and I kind of been there, and I experimented with that degree, literally. You know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
God? So that kind of made it like tangible to where like, yo, this is the reality that I can see and I can explain, you know, how this mathematical equation is supposed to go from knowledge to born, you know what I mean, back to knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I see what you're saying. The only thing I would just tell you to beware of, right, is that that's also the meaning of mistakes. You know what I'm
See, but
saying?
I'm not. I don't have no. I don't have no determined idea, God. Like as far as like, I'm not trying to be something other than, you know what I mean, a student. You know what I mean. That's on that. You know what I'm saying, road to, you know what I mean, being a, you know what I mean, being a, you know, a teacher. You know,
Yeah.
even at this age, God, even though I'm
This
a
is what I'm
grown man,
saying.
I'm
This is what
still
I'm
kind of
saying.
wary of the devil, God. You know what I'm saying?
And listen, the devil is often in the details. And so that's why all of those little, I don't know what happened to your sound, but that's why all of those little, uh, phrase here, a word here, you know, paying attention to all that detail, that's something to ingrain in the way that you deal with mathematics, not just in the way that you speak it, but in the way that you deal with it when you're coming up with something that's going from knowledge to born. The amount of details that you could think of, right, is going to have some kind of impact on how successful you could be. So in anything that, people go into business, they got a certain business plan, the amount of details that they could think about, of things that might be coming at them, right? The better they gonna be at it. So, you know, don't skip over those details, because see, that's how a lot of times you end up in a place where, like you said, brothers, like, yo, why you going to that place with whatever the topic is because there was a detail in there that you left out. That if you had kept that in mind, then you would have seen that, all right, yeah, that whole thing right there, that's a whole cliff. We didn't have to even go over it, right? Because the knowledge of wisdom is clear right there. We didn't have to go searching for understanding, or searching for a way to see it, or searching for no other information to add on with this information, right? In order so that we could see a complete picture.
It's actual fact, God.
But that's good though. You I would say pause where you at, and get uh get everything that you got on cap right now. Make sure that you can speak it. See, really, you should be quoting all the degrees that you know every day.
I strive to go through it, God. I be going through, testing myself sometimes, testing myself, see how swift I am, and sometimes when I do forget things like I just did, that's what, like, God damn, like something just don't, like, I know I forgot something, like something just ain't something, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I haven't been, in depth and, you know, with it like that, or in the book like that, rather.
Listen, is you go in the book, you could do all of that, but see, at the end of the day, you gotta be teaching.
Right. It's not a, like, I don't deal with it like on some mystery shit. It's just a particular, like you said, it's subjective. You know what I mean? It's truth is subjective, and at the same time, it has its particulars. You know what I mean? Nobody is saying this is, the reason why, a lot of things are going down. It's just simple as this. They trying to hide the truth. And the truth ain't being, oh, nah, they got a hidden military base. Nah, man. That's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because it started before that. You know? the whole culture, the whole aspect of it is like, why waste your time? You know what I'm saying, God?
Mm.
No, please allow you to Allah shows equality all the time, God. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all it is.
See,
Anything else other than that is smoke and mirrors.
exactly. And that's why you gotta be on point, because you know when you go out there to be a teacher, and see, that's, you know, at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. Like wherever you at, right? If you the only guy that's over there, that means you got work to do. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand, God.
So like when you say you gotta, you gotta start building with the brothers in your area, the guys in your area, you know, that means you gotta start building as an individual yourself first.
Indeed. You know, some places, God, some places are overgrown with shrubs and weeds and just, shit that's not conducive to the environment. So, you know what I mean? That shit gotta be cut down first, God. Regardless of whom or what. You know what I mean? In order for you to plant seeds anywhere, you gotta tend to that land first.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Just from people seeing you doing that, just from people seeing you tending to the land, right? That's gonna make people that's builders, that's gonna make them be attracted to you.
No, because you know why, God? Because look, you know how I look at it sometimes? I'm like, everybody got a position to play. You know what I mean? You got some that, yeah, they recognize them out there, but as long as you're doing your job, as long as you're doing your duty, man, you know what I'm saying? We fruitful right here. Because without you, it would be no us, and vice versa. So, one hand washes the other, honestly.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying that wherever you at, right, you got to start building on mathematics if you want your atmosphere to, you know, be one where you comfortable as 5%, where you saying that, you building with brothers that's alike and all of that.
Mm.
You got to be the one that creates an atmosphere, right, where people that got this potential in them can be sparked.
That's what I'm saying, God. You only find that amongst the 5%. You can't just go start dealing with social equality out here in these streets and shit. You just take advantage of your ass. You know what I'm saying? Start dealing with equality like that, God. Especially when you're dealing with a baby, as far as, you know what I'm saying, as far as mentally.
I don't know. I don't know. Exactly what you're talking about.
Nah, I'm just saying in general, God, just in life. You know what I'm saying? We're just, people trying to just come up and trying to get something. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you got to be
People
aware of
get
your
taken advantage of.
surroundings.
You know?
You got to be aware of your surroundings for positive and negative, but you know, you can't be scared of the people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't, in terms of the duty that we got to do, you know what I'm saying? You can't determine that based on you might have a bad experience. You know what I'm saying? And all of that is a part of what you got to
Can I
deal
ask you a
with as
question, though,
the.
God? Is everyone's is other said nations experiences with God always positive, always right? Is it always sunshine, or some of
Listen,
them get brimstones, some of them
this
get
is
rain, hail, snow, earthquakes?
this is
You
what
know,
this is what I was getting ready to say, right? Is that in terms of how you do that, on what level you do that, you know what I'm saying, on what level you deal with equality with somebody, right? You the best knower of that as the person that's in the location, that knows the people, that knows the circumstance, that knows how to deal with it, right? I can't really, tell you that. I can't tell you, which people to come in a warm current to and which people to come in a cold current to.
See, that's what I'm saying, God. It's not even about like I'm not even walking outside trying to even figure that shit out. Like it's not even that. Like I'm not even figuring that shit out. You know what I'm saying, God? I've been here almost 50 years. I'm not still going outside trying to figure out who coming in a warm current and cold current. We dealing with the 85% and the 5%.
Is the issue though? Is the issue? Is your babies?
Ways and actions, God.
But here's the thing though, God. Your baby still got to go out there in that world.
And they don't know.
So that's why it's still your responsibility to make sure that the neighborhood is a particular way where your babies don't have to go outside and figure out who's who. And the way that you do that is you start affecting people in a positive way. We're positive. We're positive.
God, you don't hear that shit. You don't hear peace. And then when people say peace, you think, oh shit, or peace, like, that just be people's attitude towards it. Like, nah, it's just universal greeting. Like, you know what I mean? Just for everybody understand that. You know what I mean? You hold a door for them, that's peace. You know what I'm saying? You see you need help with something, that's peace. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't understand that.
I mean,
it's just something else.
Listen, sometimes you gotta take it. You gotta take it to a higher level than that. See what I'm saying? It's some things, right? That in order for you to do that, like in order for you to teach somebody how to swim, you might have to get wet.
Wet. You have to jump in that water.
You might have to.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Don't have to, bro.
You gotta at least go close to the water.
Cause we know like ain't nobody never came back from hell or heaven and told you how it is. You gotta learn that shit for yourself.
So like I said, at the end of the day, there's things, when it comes to the community, the community is a bigger cipher. And so the topics that deal with the community is broader. You know what I'm saying? Topics that deal with the whole community. Sometimes, as an individual, you're not really thinking about them. But you gotta look at the long term. Like, see, you gotta remember that even right now, right? You still at a certain age. But you can come and go and you know what I'm saying, Cash is over there and you're not really thinking about it. But see, even for yourself, what happens when you get older? You see what I'm saying? And now these same type of people is in the community, and now to them, you look like prey. You see what I'm saying?
I don't even think man. I don't even I can explain it, but like I said, God, it does not go out the realm of 360 degrees. There's nothing else. It's a tempest. I don't give a fuck. Or excuse me, pardon myself, y'all. That's what I'm saying, God. So I don't even get into all that. I already seen the devil in the details. Through the politics, through the education, I seen that shit. You know what I'm saying, God? So it's like it's not too much.
Yeah,
a person could try to, maneuver.
But look,
if I tell my kids don't mess with those people. But look, don't mess with those people, man.
Right now,
leave those people alone, man.
Right now, we talking about what we do.
That's what I'm saying, God. Deal with the God. As I was telling my son.
The politics and all of that, like we already know that it is what it is.
Stay clean.
It's like when you get on the football field, right? You already know the field is 100 yards.
Yes, sir.
It really ain't no point in bringing that up. Like Like right now, that's 100 yards. Yeah, that's the game. That's what that's
Yeah,
that's how the game go.
exactly, God.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Everything
we
is already
already
put in
know
place.
about the political, the that's just 100 yards. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But this is what we built for, is going 100 yards.
it's crazy. Not crazy, but I don't know, God. You know what I mean?
You
My little
gotta,
man, he just turned knowledge, probably like understanding months ago. So it's like the way he's saying it from the examples that set around him, you know what I'm saying? He got a lot to learn too. You know what I'm saying, God? And it's
right
just
now,
crazy that at this time that, there's no really outside interaction with nothing. You know
here's
what
the
I'm saying?
question. Here's the question. Now, when he go outside to start playing, right? What kind of community is he going outside to start playing in?
Or what is he bringing to this particular ciphers that he's going or he's being introduced to? What is he bringing?
No,
That's
no,
how
no,
I'm looking at it. My
no,
son, like, you don't see a lot of black fathers,
no,
if you
but
do, you don't see them do what I'm doing.
no, no,
Simple
no,
as that.
no, no,
You
no,
don't
no,
see
no,
them bagging no
no, no,
bags early in
no,
the
no,
morning, supermarket. You don't see it.
no, 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 no. What are you bringing?
That's what I'm saying, God. You know what I mean? But that's nothing because I know me and my brothers, came from that environment, man. You know what I'm saying? I was just one of the fortunate just to have that, you know what I mean? Just a slither of it. Because it was brothers and sisters that, they family, they've been in contact just throughout the years. You know what I mean? So I understand. I try to instill that shit in my kids, like, man, it's real important, man. You know, it's real important, man. Because then we wouldn't have our babies out here doing a lot of things that they're doing right now. You know what I mean? And then what makes it even worse, you have elders following because they're scared of the youth. So they try to adapt to the shit that the youth doing. Word. So that's scary in itself, God. Because you don't know if you're talking to a 50-year-old man or you're talking to a 17-year-old kid. You know what I'm saying? Then like, how you thinking? Like, what you talking about?
And that's why you
You
got to.
don't know if they're going, you don't know.
And that's why you got to prepare yourself for teaching.
Or either you're going to teach or I guess learn a lesson. You know what I'm saying?
You learn a lesson every day.
Exactly, God. You know what I mean? You're always a student.
Yeah, but you got to prepare yourself for teaching. See, you're right. You're always going to be a student. You know what I'm saying? Of just the reality that's around you, because it's constantly changing. So you constantly gonna have things that you can learn from the new things that's happening.
See, God, see, when you deal with that, I deal with different layers and currents of the atmosphere.
See it?
On what type of, fluctuation do I want to deal with? Do I want to go high? Do I want to go low? Because at the end of the day, God, it really be on me because I'm the focus of the cipher in my ciphers.
All right.
You know, when it comes to building on, on unless it's gonna be natural order, it's gonna be the duality. You know what I mean? If there's another, soul controller.
Now I see all that duality and all that
But that's
stuff.
the law of nature, God. Vibration, gender,
Listen,
those are laws, God.
I know that.
God, I just told you I be fighting with it myself, God.
Yeah.
I'm like, the God say don't say this right here. So I'm like, damn, how can I come around it? That should be God, I be twisted like, damn, so how can I say this but not, like try to,
Listen,
even hint at, you know what I'm saying?
it's the basics, man.
Come on, God,
See,
that's
one thing you
crazy.
gotta understand is how powerful just the basics is. If you ain't gotta do a backflip, flying shimmy, with a tuck side kick. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just stick
It's
to the
crazy.
basics. You know, once you get out there, you start freestyling.
You know what I want? Yo, God, I want me to cut your wisdom, right?
Never,
You
never
know what
worked
I've been
out.
like? I've been having a problem with myself, and and it's been kind of hard for me to even bring up this question because it's just so many brothers and sisters that tune in to the station and be like, why don't more people do more things for the school? Like, not even saying, oh shit, Hmm. Oh my, I fucked that shit up.
What you said now? You still there along with Manifest?
Wait, I'm about to come back on. I want to know the science on that. Like, damn, like brothers make millions, God. That's all I want to know. Like, I don't understand that.
What's
So,
that?
yeah, hello, Lord. Paul self. I don't think you hear me. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, Paul self, Lord. My little man, he fucking came over here and did something. Oh yeah, I was saying, God, like, you hear me? Like
Yeah.
something that always kind of not even bother me, God, but I just question if 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 having if not even having 120, but just having the lessons and having the knowledge itself and just being involved into this culture that you say is so supreme, like why do some brothers out here like they make millions of dollars? You know what I'm saying? Like why they don't do more? Like I'm not even like subjugating that to any particular person, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people held accountable, you know what I'm saying? So it's not just one or this person. Like, why don't or like is I know it's some science behind it, God, but like I don't understand that. Like I just can't understand it. Because if I had this type of money, God, like I would definitely do certain things that's like it's conducive to everybody. You know, and if you say, oh, this is what it is, this is where I came from, like you wouldn't even have this if it wasn't for that. I was just always wondering that shit, God. Because I always seen the Mount and I always seen Mecca as the same thing. But you know what I'm saying? But that's what the Mount do. You know what I'm saying? The Mount don't, that's what it is. Everything is inside. You know what I mean? Until it's brought out. But still, if everybody else will, they talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You got brothers that complain about this not happening. So why don't people, brothers that's getting these millions, why don't they like, yo, I could donate this right here, or I could give this? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I always wondered that, God, since I've been coming to the school, since I was a younger, younger dude. I was like, damn, what you know why I see all the rappers and you know,
Well, I think there's a lot of reasons for that. You know, for one, um, how much does do those people, how much do they how much of their success do they attribute to having the knowledge? You know what I'm saying? Like a person could say, well, I drank Poland Spring water during the same time that I was making hit records. So, how I wasn't the Poland Spring water
can I ask
that,
you a question, God?
yeah.
A degree just came to my mind, right? Whereas this is some of it where it says, people were beaten and killed by the same people who advocated this kind of God. That's just like one little piece that I remember, God. And it's like I was telling you, certain little things stuck like like these are the same people who advocate this type of God. Like that's what I'm saying, God. You know what I mean? There's certain things that I'm still trying to get a grasp of. That's, you know what I'm saying, that's kind of keeping me like, damn, yeah, it really is only 5%. It ain't no universal thing. It's not for everybody. Everybody, no, because some people was living particular things, God. Like beaten and killed by the same ones who advocated this kind of God. Why does the devil teach this? You understand what I'm saying? And these are certain things that cross my mind sometimes because, like I said, I do remember some of the degrees, God. And that just came to mind like, damn, you know, are these the same ones who advocate this type of God, or is that just dealing with religion? And are these individuals looking at that based on the mathematics on a religious aspect, and not as far as I'm gonna do for self and be the savior, and you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna save myself. You know what I'm saying? When the savior built, I'm gonna save myself, like, you know, this where my babies could go, and so on and so forth. Or are they looking at it on a religious aspect?
But when are you gonna start saving others?
That's what I'm saying, God. If you advocate this type of God, that's what I'm saying. If you see the people need help with the floors, if you see people need help, you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying, God. You advocating this type of God and you have the resources, Lord. Like, so what's the problem? Like there's some type of disruption, there's some type of disconnectivity there somewhere. Like that's what I understand, God. I'm not saying it's bad, because you know what I mean, it's still knowledge born. You're still dealing with self. You know what I mean? But self also represents a whole. You understand what I'm saying, God? It also represents a whole. That's what I'm saying. So you have these that advocate this type of God, but at the same time, you know, they're not the ones being beaten and killed and kicked out the doors and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they advocate that type of God. Like, yo, I'm willing to do the same thing to them as you're willing to do.
Well, that's I surely go with that. But you know,
even in my own household, God, but I could deal with my aunt. I could deal with all that shit. Like, yeah, you love Jesus Christ. I'm like, you don't even know about Jesus Christ, man. You gonna sit and try to feed me some fucking swine and shit, get my babies. Like, you don't even know. And see, that shit I be saying, God. Like, they advocate that type of God and they don't even know. So what I'm gonna do? Just build with them. Like your auntie, you know that shit ain't right. Your auntie, you know, come on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, your grandpa, or your grandma, you know that shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's
I'm not gonna keep, you know what I'm saying, searching for that mystery God.
That's a whole other issue of people giving the babies the wrong foods. But I'm talking about just in general, you gotta lock in a little bit more on the things that you control. See, because at the end of the day, those people, you know, like there's no person or no group of people, right, that ain't gonna or there's no person or group of people that's gonna be the savior. Like they're gonna be Jesus Christ, and you know, all of the saints is gonna go marching in, and you know, all the negativity is gonna be taken care of on this one day of judgment. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, God.
It's gonna take all of us from all walks of life, all worlds, from highest to lowest, in order to you know, really make a difference, whether we talking about on our particular level of being the 5%, or whether we speaking on the level of original people in the wilderness of North America, or whether we talking about the world.
Can I ask you a question, Lord?
Go ahead.
Do you think those that advocate that kind of God, or not even those that advocate a kind of God, but do you think those people are trying to graft back to the original man mentally, which is going to take them a process of 600 years? Like it's not going to happen like tomorrow. Huh?
If who could be grafted back into the
I
original?
said, do you think that these people that advocate this particular kind of God, as far as dealing with selfishness, is not self and savior, but selfishness, dealing with growth and development, not growth and development. Do you think these people are, you know what I'm saying, that advocate this kind of God?
What happened? You cut off or something?
You hear me?
Yeah, you came back
Yeah.
now. What you said? Do I
Oh
think?
yeah. That's what I'm saying, God. It's like, do you think that, you know what I'm saying, these same people, you know what I mean, like dealing with selfishness, dealing with growth and development. You know what I mean? Do you think like mentally they're still trying to graft themselves back to the original man to be right and exact, to be righteous, which is going to take a process of 600 years, and us looking to these people as idols or as the so-called gods, like, you know what I mean, looking at them like idols, and like we're running back or we're going in their 600-year process also. Can you see it like that? Like they're trying to mentally graft themselves back to the original man by studying lessons, by doing all the chakras and shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just taking it as word is bond, as a matter of fact, as today in life, as knowledge day.
No, I wouldn't say that applies.
If they could be colored mentally too.
Right? Something keeps happening. Your sound keeps going in and out.
I gotta get a mic. Here you go. Like I said, well, that's how I see it, God. That's kind of a little understanding I draw. These people that advocate this type of God, as far as, you know, quote, being 5%. You know, some people that advocate that being that type of God, you know what I mean, being the original man, you know what I mean, is still haven't even found a home, is still trying to get back to being the original man. They still got little ticks and time bombs in them too. You know what I'm saying, God?
You got a point there, but I'm saying,
Yeah. God, that's all I was saying. Like, and as I'm saying, God, knowing us as far as we moving at a terrific speed right along, and we traveling at these great distances. You know what I mean? The 600 process years can be only a day in time and God time, God. That's how I was kind of looking at that situation. That can be on that equality plane, not rising above the plane of six, God. You know what I mean? That's how I was seeing that. As far as those that advocate that type of God, that say that they 5%, but in all actuality, you don't really teach that the black man is God. You try to dispel the truth. You know what I mean? But though you try to, you know what I'm saying, take on the blessings and the code, you know what I mean, of God. But you don't really advocate that. You don't really teach that. You just say it. You know what I'm saying, God?
I mean, like I said, you know, you can't be worried about what everybody else is doing when you got plenty of work to do your own self.
That's why I should call me, Lord. That's why I should have kept that gate up. Yeah, my lady be here, yo. You hear me, God, yo? She be here listening, but yo, God, she mad rebellious and shit. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why we be having so many boys, because I ain't trying to hear that shit neither. Like, she gonna adhere to what the God said, and that's it. You know what I mean? That's why we go through so much, God. But that's my lady. That's my wisdom. That's my black woman. I love her to death, God. You know what I'm saying? Word. But oh man, she's something else. She's something else. Just like her mother. Word. So she be a cause too. She be a cause too. I can't be closing my eyes all the time. Like, oh, yo, where this at? Oh, I don't know this. So, yo, with my flag.
Listen, this is a hotel channel right here.
Now we're just building with, you know what I mean, the wisdom, because today's the knowledge day, God, and you know, wisdom definitely come next, God. So I was just, you know what I mean, giving a shout out to my wisdom. She be holding it down, you know what I mean? My black woman.
Okay,
she ain't the sharpest tool in the goddamn toolbox, God, but that's my black woman, though. You know what I'm saying? Tell you that.
Yeah. Listen, let me stop you. Let me stop you, man. Before
that's my lady, God.
nah, man. Let me stop.
We trying to work together. Like,
let me stop you now, man.
Listen, let me move the head. You just show the tail. Let me do this.
Nah, let me stop you now, man. Before you.
Yo, God, she right here. God, listen.
Nah, listen. Let
God,
me stop you.
She on my equality. Listen.
Before you have both of us.
I love you, babe. All right. Yeah, she knows side. She knows good.
Yeah. Let me stop you right here.
Nah, God, but for real though, like everything is like matter of facts.
But yeah, knowledge, you know, we first we was dealing with, oh yeah, we got any new people that came in, maybe y'all ain't catch this. Hold on. We gotta go back and cover this real quick. For those that don't know, oh man, Elijah, they had to show my brother Elijah some love today. Can everybody see that? I just shared on the screen. California Democrats plan to use political tricknology to save Governor Gavin Newsom from recall.
Crazy. I'm back in the chat. Tricknology.
Ain't that something?
It's in the details. The devil in the details.
Just to show everyone how far we came. But you know, other than that, we dealing with the science of one is knowledge. You know, sometimes we forget just that right there, the principle of the, you know, being the foundation of all things that exist. You know what I'm saying? You get caught up in, you know, having the body of facts, you know, just that one aspect. And not really the signs of why this knowledge right here is the foundation of what this knowledge is applicable to the reality around you in what way. See, that's when you getting back to, you know, the principle that we speaking about, which is also is speaking about those facts.
Damn it.
Speaking about that truth. But it's also speaking about a certain principle and being the foundation of whatever's getting ready to happen. Whatever idea that's about to be put into motion that's going to result in something that's real, something that everybody can see and hear and know was born alive. See, the foundation of that, when you take all of that back to the foundation, see, that's when I'm saying you got to take it back to one is knowledge. You see, if you don't come back to one is knowledge, right, then the cipher is not complete. If you start off at point A and you end up at point Z, you didn't complete the cipher. So we move from that into we had to pay a visit. We had to pay a visit to Allah will manifest. Allah will manifest. I must say, nice. Better job, better job, better job. Still got some work to do. Go much better. But yeah, we had to pay Allah will manifest a little visit to see how he was doing on his degrees, which is about now where you came in. Somebody asked me a question too about the peace sign. Can't recall who it was. Knowledge Allah, or Knowledge Allah say he's in Cali, so he knows a little bit about the situation that they're using the Tricknology on. But yeah, we got any last questions? Hold on, let me go back and how can I? next class is tomorrow at 7. What did you say here? I was thinking the other day how when you see a statue of Jesus, he got his fingers together to say peace, but the followers of Jesus separate their fingers. I don't really know what the followers of Jesus. But that did have something to do with the brother's question. But if that's it, that's the only questions we got here today. We're going to say everybody do the each one teach one. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Share this out on your other pages. Yeah, Tricknology. Everyone can look that up. That's on PJ. Go to PJ Media, and then when you get to the PJ Media, Google political Tricknology, and this article right here come up. Now you can show that to all your friends right there. That's the level. That's the level this thing's gotten to. Oh yeah, post it. Yeah, all right, no doubt. I'll post this. I'll post this in the I'll post this in the community section, the community tab. Other than that, I'm gonna sign out, say peace, and see y'all tomorrow.